On our planet, there are numerous dense impenetrable forests. For several centuries, researchers from all over the world have been studying the data of these territories, and some discoveries have baffled scientists. In this video, I will tell you about the most unexpected phenomena and objects that have been found in the forests. In 2011, a team of researchers discovered the legendary lost city of the Monkey God. It was believed that the city had been abandoned by the Aztecs 500 years ago after a deadly disease erupted there. Since then, the place remained untouched. The Aztecs themselves were convinced that the city was cursed by the gods, who had sent a plague to kill them. However, it was not only the discovery of the lost city that shocked the researchers. During the expedition, they contracted a so-called flesh-eating disease. This dangerous infectious illness causes certain parts of the body to decay. Often, this disease leads to amputations or even death. The researchers described their horrifying experience of infection and how the disease rapidly spread throughout their bodies. Furthermore, venomous snakes sneaked into their camp during the excavations in the city. As a result, the team, taking a few artifacts, decided to hastily leave the cursed place. Although most of them believe that the main secrets of the Monkey God city still remain untouched. Of course, many are convinced that what happened to the research team is nothing but a curse they encountered, supposedly still in effect. Either way, the lost city of the Monkey God holds many mysteries and secrets within it. A giant creature named Mapinguari inhabits the rainforests of the Amazon in South America. Some believe it to be a mythical creature since the evidence of its existence is scarce and greatly varied. Some say this monster resembles a huge hairy cyclops, while others claim it looks more like a giant sloth, and there are those who assert that it has a large, toothy mouth on its belly. What unites all these scattered accounts is the creature's giant and intimidating appearance. The Amazon rainforests are home to numerous disparate tribes that do not interact or maintain contact with each other. However, despite this, researchers have come across tales of the giant monster among many tribes residing in this area. Scientists have long been searching for this creature, but their efforts have yet to yield results. Some researchers hypothesized that the Mapinguari is actually nothing other than a scientifically known creature called the Megatherium. These were giant sloths that inhabited the territories of South and North America 15,000 years ago. These Megatheriums were truly enormous, reaching up to 6 meters in length and weighing up to 4 tons. Despite their gigantic size and intimidating appearance, Megatheriums were herbivorous and quite slow-moving. Most likely, it was precisely these factors that led to their demise. The humans who populated the American continent 15,000 years ago exterminated all members of this species. Legends and tales of Megatheriums could have been passed down through generations among tribes, which is possibly why they persist to this day, even though no one has seen this creature in person. An additional confirmation of the extinction of Megatheriums and their non-existence to this day is the fact that no relatively recent remains of the creature have been discovered. However, it is important not to forget that the Amazon rainforests are the largest tropical forest on the planet. Many areas remain poorly explored, and it is possible that the mythical Mapinguari is hiding precisely there. The lost city of Z and the mysterious disappearance of Percy Fawcett. British explorer and adventurer Percy Fawcett went missing in the Amazon rainforest in 1925. Fawcett was a veteran of World War I and a fairly well-known figure in Great Britain. He spent a significant part of his career searching for an ancient, enigmatic city known as the City of Z. In 1925, he raised funds for an expedition and set off in search of the city with a small team that included his son. Upon arriving in Brazil, the expedition ventured into the dense Amazon jungle in pursuit of their objective. From the last inhabited settlement, Fawcett sent a letter to his wife stating that the expedition was proceeding according to plan. After that, nothing was heard about Fawcett and his expedition. Furthermore, members of several subsequent search expeditions also disappeared without a trace. As a result, the reputation of the Amazon forests as a dangerous and uncharted place became solidified. The stone head from Guatemala. In the 1950s, a giant stone head was discovered in the jungles of Guatemala. The facial features resembled those of a white European, which was quite unusual. Scientists determined the approximate date of creation of this object and found that during that period, European explorers had not yet arrived in South and Central America. This means that the local population had not yet seen Europeans at that time. Sometime after its discovery, this artifact was nearly destroyed during a military conflict in the area. However, in the 21st century, it was once again brought into discussion. The creators of a documentary film about the Mayan civilization claimed that an unknown ancient civilization had made contact with extraterrestrial civilizations, and this stone head served as evidence of this fact. During an interview, a local archaeologist boldly stated that the head was not created by any of the known vanished civilizations. Supposedly, it belonged to a previously unknown highly advanced civilization that possessed advanced technologies and knowledge. This head, found half a century ago, does not resemble any other stone heads that have been discovered in the region, of which there have been many. However, all of those previously found heads belong to known civilizations such as the Maya or Olmecs. Where the people who constructed that particular stone head, found 50 years ago, disappeared to remains unknown. The answer to this question is yet to be found. The boiling river. The tropical forests of the Amazon, as you may already know, are an amazing place where many incredible things happen. One of them is the boiling river, which is highly likely to kill anything that enters its waters. The river is located within the territory of modern-day Peru. The water temperature in this water body can reach nearly 100 degrees Celsius, and entering it, at best, is fraught with severe burns. In recent years, scientists have been able to study this place much better. For example, they measured the exact temperature and found that the water in this location does not actually boil. It is simply very hot, hence still quite dangerous. However, the main question, for which there is still no definitive answer, is the cause of this phenomenon and why the water heats up. There is a hypothesis that the water seeps deep underground, where it gets heated before resurfacing through faults and cracks. The geoglyphs of the Amazon. Hundreds of giant geometrically shaped trenches were dug into the soil of the tropical forests of the Amazon. The age of these geoglyphs is estimated to be thousands of years, and scientists do not know what they are, who created them, and for what purpose. Many tribes and peoples inhabited these territories long before the arrival of Europeans on the continent. Some scientists put forward the theory that the geoglyphs had a ritual purpose. Allegedly, people gathered here to perform ceremonies. Other scientists speculate that the geoglyphs were more likely used for military purposes. After a group of researchers conducted a computer reconstruction of all the discovered geoglyphs, they concluded that indigenous tribes used them to manage the growth of the forests. This method was predominantly employed before the arrival of Europeans on the continent. The lost forest on top of the mountain. By the beginning of the 21st century, it seemed that there was hardly any piece of land on Earth where human footprints had not yet tread. However, in Africa, a forest was found that had remained untouched until recently. This forest is located on Mount Liko and was discovered only in 2012 on the mountain's summit in Mozambique. However, reaching this forest and exploring it proved to be a challenging task. During the exploration, scientists discovered several new insect species that were found nowhere else on the planet except in this forest. After some time, several ancient clay pots were also unearthed. This indicates that there were once people present in this territory. However, it remains a mystery who these people were and what they were doing in this forest, and most importantly, how they managed to reach it. There are still no definitive answers to all of these questions. The Lost El Dorado. For hundreds of years, European explorers tried to find the lost city of El Dorado in the forests of South America. Supposedly, a vanished wealthy civilization lived there, leaving behind abundant gold and precious treasures. In the 16th century, Spanish conquistadors spent a lot of time and effort searching for the lost city. However, their quest was unsuccessful, although not entirely in vain. Thanks to their exploration, the Spanish established new routes and discovered new territories. Nevertheless, the mysterious land with its abundance of gold and treasures continued to captivate the minds of adventurers. Moreover, representatives of some tribes confirmed the existence of the Golden Land. However, modern archaeological data suggests that the 16th century travelers likely misunderstood the words of the locals regarding the Golden Land. It is probable that they were referring to an ancient tradition of one of the tribes. During this ritual, the tribe's leader would cover themselves in clay and then sprinkle themselves with golden sand, transforming into a golden figure. However, this did not imply that their people were immensely wealthy and possessed vast amounts of gold and precious treasures. Therefore, at present, scientists lean towards the notion that El Dorado is nothing more than a mythical place that never truly existed. Don't forget to like if you found this video interesting. Also subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon.